Hey y'all. Hey. Hey, welcome to Mission for Mental Health. Man, I missed you guys. Haven't seen you guys in such a long time. I know you guys are like, this girl, is she ever gonna come back on and do a show again or what? I mean, she been gone for like a month. But y'all, I've been over here trying to take care of some things and yeah, I've had a lot going on. I've been sick, trying to get over this cough. Like I've had this cough that I can't get rid of for the last, I'm on week number 3. So let me throw this picture up right quick. I'm going to come off my screen and I am going to throw this picture up for about 1 minute. Okay. And then I'm going to talk to you all about the guy in this picture. So I'm going to give me 1 minute. And yeah. So what do they call it? Like a moment of silence? Okay. So we're going to do a moment of silence for my friend. All right. So thank you guys for that. Thank you guys for that. So let me tell you about my friend. So his name was Douglas Bentley. And he was my one of my supervisors when I was working for DeKalb Police Department. And unfortunately, he took his life the other day. And so I wanted to when I was thinking about doing this podcast last week, I called it Check on Your Peeps, right? And I called it that because it's important that we reach out to people and check on our peeps. And so I'm gonna say a couple of things about Bentley. At my job we call each other by our last name. So Bentley was the kind of person when he first became my supervisor, my whole face was frowned up, right? I was like, I don't want him to be my supervisor. I don't want him to be my supervisor. And I was saying it just off of rumors that I've heard about him. Like some people wanted to work with him, some people never wanted to work with him. And the reason being is because sometimes we work with people who hold us accountable to do our job, right? And to be honest, like we really ain't trying to do our job like that. We want to do our job the way we want to do our job, not the way you want us to do our job, but the way we want to do our job. So I remember when he first came into our unit, all of us our faces were frowned up, like, no, I don't want to work with him. And I even went to Publix that night. I went to the grocery store. I was working, I think I was on Evening Watch at the time. And I went to the grocery store and I saw one of his classmates in the grocery store. And he was like, hey, how you like your new supervisor? And I was like, I don't like him. He calling me all on the radio. He texting us all on the weekend. And, I don't like him. I don't like him. Child, I ended up loving him. You hear me? I ended up loving him. What I love most about him, and it's hard to get supervisors like this. You're talking about the epitome of leadership. It is really, really difficult to get somebody who is your supervisor who really understands what leadership means. I can honestly say he is probably one of my top 3 best supervisors I've ever had. And the reason why I say that is because he always pushed people and pushed us out of our comfort zone. We don't like to get pushed out of our comfort zone, but he will come to our little daily. He started making us have daily meetings twice a day. He would come to our little meetings, sit at the table, and he'll give us, tell us, y'all need to read this book about leadership. My ship is my, gosh, I can't remember the name of that book. My ship is my something. Like he always had something about leadership, something about making you better, even when you didn't want to be better. If you were to go on his Facebook page right now, you will find, I pulled up a couple quotes. Let me pull up a couple quotes that that I found on his Facebook page today. And he did this type of stuff all the time. I remember he made all of us in our unit go take the supervisor test. And some of us wanted to do it, some of us didn't want to do it. But everyone who passed the test, I ain't passed the test because I ain't study. I wasn't really trying to do it. But everybody who passed the test, he even went so far to give them additional training on how to get through the next phase of the test because he always pushed people to their limits. I remember one time we went to Stone Mountain. Our unit went to Stone Mountain and he challenged me to run up the Rev. Those y'all that live out here and know about Stone Mountain and walking up that mountain, you know about them stairs. He challenged me to run up, run down, run up, run down. But I had to prove I wasn't a punk. So I ran. Now, he liked to kill me that day. But I ran up, ran down, ran up, ran down. And like I said, he is just one of those people who just truly pushed you out your comfort zone and pushed you to your greatness. I saw on his Facebook today, he said he always has these quotes. He used to send us inspirational quotes like every morning. He used to send me so many that I blocked them because they started too early. You know, he was in the military, so he woke up early, and his little messages started early. So I blocked him. I hate I blocked him though. But it says, "Me and God have this agreement. If he wakes me up to see another day, I promise to try to be a better person than I was yesterday. Amen." He did another one that says, "Look for something positive in each day, even if some days you have to look harder. When you feel like quitting, think about why you started." So he used to send us stuff like this every day. Every day, because he believed in pushing people to their greatness. Now, I don't know everything that was going on with him. I don't know why he did what he did, but I do want to believe. I heard him. Somebody sent me a podcast that he did back in July, and I listened to him. He was a guest on a podcast up in Pittsburgh with his best friend, his childhood friend. And I listened to the podcast. And when I was done, let me back up. When I first got the news, I was devastated. I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken. But I heard his podcast. And after I listened to his podcast, I realized that I believe that he probably felt he had a higher calling, and he felt that his job here on this earth was done. And that's what helped me accept what has happened. So I titled this episode, "I ain't never got no clean napkins, y'all. Y'all, I got to do better. I swear something about these 50s make you cry in a heartbeat." You have to start checking on your peeps, man, because you never know. When you have people who present like they have it all together and push you to your best self, you never know if you can do that same thing for somebody else. And I don't know who was doing that for him. I don't know if anybody did do that. I'm sure people did. But I don't know. And I do know that once people have accepted what they want to do with their life, that there's nothing you can do about it. You can't control it. There's nothing you can do about it. But at the end of the day, check on your people. Check on your people. So thank you guys for giving me the first, few minutes to talk about Douglas Bentley, y'all. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So let's move on with the show. As you can see, y'all, I have no guests today. I have no guests. So I am y'all guest. I'm your guest. And I still got this old nasty little cough. But we're going to try to get through this episode without me hacking and coughing and carrying on the whole time. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about the holidays and how people, how mental health, how the holidays can have an effect on your mental health. And so I was just thinking about, people who have people who don't have people, or whatever the case may be, and just how sometimes as we're leading up to these holidays, how it can affect you. And so I just wanted to give y'all some words of encouragement. Let's see how this goes. Cause I'm y'all guest. I'm y'all guest. Look, I had to come home and slick my hair down. If y'all would have seen me earlier today, you'd have been like, ooh, I know you was not about to get on nobody's show looking like that. So I done came home and slicked this hair down. Look, that's why I still got the line that had the do-rag. Y'all know about the do-rag. Anyway, right. So they said I get a lot of research and information off of the NAMI website, the National Alliance for Mental Illness. Excuse me. And they did a study and it shows that 64% of people with mental illness report holidays make their conditions worse. And I can see that happening, right? Because there's so much pressure on people for the holidays, right? People want to come to your house, or people want you to come to their house. People want you to cook. People want to help cook. People want to do gift exchanges. You might not have money for it. Like me, for example, let me tell y'all what I did this year. This is what I did this year. I stress out every year during the holidays because I'm the kind of mama bear who still is out buying her grown kids and London any and everything that they can think of, and the most expensive that I can do. And every year I put myself in a hole, and I'm charge up all these credit cards out here shopping like a crazy for these kids so I can have a trillion gifts up under these 50 million Christmas trees that I put up. And then come January, I'm like in a slump because I got to take my entire tax return to pay off all my credit card debt so I don't get to enjoy my money, right? So they so funny. Kiana, I see you guys on there. Hey, Kiana, Tam, and Ari, I see y'all. So I take all my and Ari's gonna have a fit when she hears this part about me, but I take my whole tax return and I gotta pay off all this credit card debt that I created. So I don't get to use my tax return on anything else. And that is extremely stressful, y'all. I do this every year. So this year I decided I refuse. I just refuse to go all out for y'all this year. So I called all my kids and I was like, hey, this year your mama's broke. She ain't got no money. She got some money, but she don't have no money for y'all this year. And this year I feel that gifts should come to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create you all a list, right? I'm going to create you all a list of things that I would like to have. Jackie's favorite things, right? So that what's crazy is when I told the kids about the list, they didn't even act funny. They was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." I said the gifts range from $15 to $200, and y'all should spoil me this year. The best I can do for y'all for Christmas is give y'all a crab ball. And guess what? The kids were like, "Okay." So yes, we create some of the stress ourselves, but guess what? We don't have to endure all that for the holidays. So I decided to share some things with y'all on how to live a little stress-free during these holidays. So it says for some people, for a lot of people, holiday season is not always a wonderful time for them. Like they're not having a great time because they're under so much stress and it's affecting their mental health, right? But we're gonna come up with some ways so we don't have to go through that this year. So here are some suggestions for how you can reduce stress and maintain a good mental health during the holiday season. Because if you maintain a good mental health during the holiday season, you're setting yourself up for 2023, right? And some of this stuff I got to take into consideration myself too, because like I said, I would stress myself out every year trying to be super mom for these old grown. I got grown kids, y'all. My oldest kid's about to be 33 years old. 33. And I'm out buying shop for him like he's 12. You know what I'm saying? And he got a kid. And I shop for his kid and I shop for his girlfriend because I treat her like she's mine. And then my other, like, it's just too much, right? I got all these kids. I can't afford to do all this stuff. So here are some excuse me. Y'all help me out with the word. Y'all see it on the screen? What it say? Here are some suggestions for how you can reduce stress and maintain a good mental health during the holiday season. Bam. Okay. All right. So the first thing you can do is take some steps to stay safe. All right. So just like I said, I'm running around here with this respiratory. Yes, Kiana, suggest. See, this is why you should have been on the show tonight. See, me, Kiana, Tam already been all online for the last hour. They could have been guests on the show today, but that's okay because I'm gonna bring them on. They're gonna be on. You're gonna learn about them. Anyway, here's some things that you can do. Some take some steps to stay safe. So yes, we feel like we are out of the pandemic, like we are post pandemic or whatever you want to call it, but there are still folks running around here with the flu. There are some people still running around here with COVID. There's their kids are sick. So take some steps to stay safe. So some things you can do is limit the amount of people that you have at your house, things like that. Limit some of the activities that you go to. I would say have some things outside, but baby, this 30 degree weather that they got going on around here, these Cali bones, don't do well. She live in Georgia, but baby, she still got Cali bones in her body. She can't do no outside events. I'm just saying, if that is an option for you, who knows though, because this weather's so crazy, child. It's up to be 70 degrees come next week or something crazy. But I'm just saying, maybe you can do something outside or whatever, but take some steps to make yourself safe, right? To keep because when you're sick, your mental health is shot to the curb. I'm sorry, y'all. This is just ghetto. Just y'all work with a sister. Y'all know what it is. I got the whatever. I don't have the corona, I don't have the flu, but I got something because I can't, whatever. Work with your girl. But anyway, take some steps to keep yourself safe. Another thing that you can do is accept your needs, right? Be kind to yourself. Put your mental and your physical well-being first. That's what I had to do this year. I decided this year I am going to put like me first. Like Kiana say I ain't ghetto because I'm coughing and snot nosing. But I decided to put me first this year. I decided to put me first this year. That's something that I never do. Maybe it's something about being almost 51. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's all the things that are going on in my life. Maybe I'm just realizing life is too short and maybe I just need to refocus some things. But I decided to put me first. I decided not to do any holiday shopping except for my grandson and my daughter, my youngest daughter. Like me and Fred never really holiday shop for each other or anything like that. We always make it about, the young people. But this year, no, I am going to put my needs before everybody else. And guess what? They gonna be all right. Right? Yeah. Write a gratitude list and offer thanks. So when I read this, I was like, that just seems so strange. But many studies over the past decade have found that people who consciously count their blessings tend to be happier and less depressed. So you can write down things that you're thankful for, right? I know I'm thankful for a whole lot of stuff. Like I'm thankful to wake up in the morning. I'm thankful to have a I am thankful to have, to be healthy. I am thankful that my mother is alive at 85. And guess what? She can stay home by herself all day because she don't need a caregiver. I'm thankful that my kids are healthy. I'm thankful, even the one the one that even India, I'm even thankful for her. I hate where she is. I hate what's going on with her, but I'm thankful because guess what? It could be worse. Like I'm thankful for so many things. I'm thankful that God allowed me the opportunity to bring me 10 new sisters in my life. Y'all know that I'm now a member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. And so God has given me new women in my life that range from age 20 to like 50 something. And, it's just great. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful, that I have a home. I'm thankful I have a car. I'm thankful I have a job. I'm just thankful for a lot of things, right? So yeah, so I think that, that study that they said, um, let me put that back up there. Oh, where my banners at? Minister of Pastor found that people who consciously count their blessings. So yes, so people who count their blessings tend to be happier, right? So, like I said, when I first read that statement, I was like, write a gratitude list and offer thanks. I was like, that seemed kind of lame, but in actuality, it feels good to be thankful for certain things because a lot of us are blessed. A lot of us have way more than a lot of people, than other people. So, is my lipstick crusting up? Ah, oh, you can't be the Mary Kay lady with no chapped lip. Okay, we're gonna work through that. Anyway, so next, another thing that you can do to alleviate some stress and keep your mental health in check is manage your time and don't try to do too much. So that is something that I really have to learn to work on because I am terrible at time management. I am terrible at time management. So when your sorors are supporting you on your podcast, this is what you gonna get. This is what you gonna get. This is what you're gonna get, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? So, time management. So that is something for me that I am absolutely terrible at, but I need to do better. It says the studies were showing that prioritizing your time and activities can help you use your time well. Making a day-to-day schedule helps ensure you don't feel overwhelmed by everyday tasks and deadlines. And you can see that really probably being helpful, like when you create yourself a schedule, then you're not worrying about, okay, what I got to do, what I got to do next. Did I do this? Did I take care of that? If you prioritize your stuff and you write it down, then I'm sure that can alleviate some stress. I am still working on that. There's a few things on this list that I'm still working on. I am totally like a work in progress, but it is what it is. The Lord's still working on me, right? It says it's okay to say no to plans that do not fit in your schedule to make you feel good. So that means you don't have to tell everybody yes. You don't have to show up to everything. You get what I'm saying? You can always say, hey, I'm going to have to bypass this one. I'll be there on the next one, right? And that'll help you, learn to say no. Ain't nobody died because you've told them no. Tell them jokers no. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be able to do it. It ain't on my schedule. That's one thing my therapist told me. She said, if it is not on my schedule, it don't get done. If I don't see it on my calendar, it ain't happening. She ain't got no problem telling people no. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so manage your time and don't try to do too much. Be realistic. Be realistic. I mean, all right, so sometimes I live on the Facebook. The book of all faces is what I like to call it. Sometimes I live on the book of all faces and I'm living through, not really living through, but I'm watching what you doing and watching what you doing and watching what you doing. And I'm on your stories and I'm on your Instagram and I'm on your this and that. And I'm looking at some stuff and I'm like, that shit ain't real. Y'all ain't real. All this ain't real. You know what I'm saying? So you got to live realistically. Don't get so caught up in the hype of what other folks got going on and feeling some kind of way because that ain't what you got going on. It ain't being realistic. Like these commercials that we seeing, the grocery stores have the best. Child, one thing I will say, I'll be glad when this election stuff is over with so we can get back to regular commercials. During the holidays, they have the most heartwarming commercials. Like they got this one commercial with, the girl is, I don't know, she must be in another state and her mama's in another state and they on the phone making stuffing. And she calls her mama about, Mom, do how much sage do I put in this stuffing? And then she tells her how much sage and rosemary or whatever to put in the stuffing. I don't know what you put in stuffing because I don't eat stuffing, but I don't even know what stuffing is. I'm still trying to figure out what stuffing is. Think y'all know what stuffing is? Anyway, let me get back on task because y'all know I can drift off when we be like, dang, you supposed to be on here an hour now. It's been 2. Okay. So yeah, so she's on the phone with her mom and they're cooking like a whole Thanksgiving dinner on the phone, right? Then they hang up and then they sit the mom and the dad sit at the table and the dad says, hasn't she made this recipe a million times? I mean, they just so warm and fuzzy, right? But child, they ain't being realistic, right? That ain't how you do it. How you do it is, mama, what you put in the I can't call my mama though. Don't tell nobody. My mama don't cook. My daddy was the cook in my house, so I would never call my mom to ask her. But the realistic is for those y'all whose mamas and grandmamas cook, what did you put in such and such and such and such and hang up the phone and move on? Ain't no whole we have cooking a whole 10-hour Thanksgiving dinner on the phone. So I'm saying, y'all be realistic with y'all stuff. Live in reality. Don't get caught up on the book of our faces. Don't get caught up on things that just not really real or really. Did I just pick my nose on TV? Oh, Jesus, y'all. I'm ghetto. I know. I'm working on me. I know I'm a work in progress. It's been a month since I seen y'all. I didn't pick my nose. Don't be going here telling everybody, Jackie picked her nose on her Facebook Live. She picked her nose. She ain't pick her nose. Anyway, next one. Set boundaries. Set some boundaries. You feel me? If you got that relative that comes to your house and don't know how to act right, don't invite them. Plain and simple. Set boundaries. You make people treat you the way you want to be treated. It says family dynamics can be complex. Acknowledge them and accept that you can only control your role. If you need to, find ways to limit your exposure. So you can either say, I ain't coming to your house for the holidays because I don't want to be bothered with your man. Or I don't want to be bothered with your kids. Or I don't want to be bothered with the drama because all of us don't like each other no way. Set boundaries. There's no rule that says that you have to be at every function, everything, and you can have a whole peaceful Piccadilly dinner at your house. For those of y'all on the West Coast, Piccadilly is one of them buffet style type restaurants where the food is extremely bland. It's like I know I shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna say it. I think they just they cater the food to the seniors because it's bland. Ain't no salt in there. So I think when they prepare this food that they prepare it for, not that I'm frowning at the seniors because I plan on being one day, but I like salt, Lowry's to be exact, in my groceries. So I'm not a Piccadilly person. I'm just saying. Ah, are y'all learning something from some of this stuff? I mean, I hope so. Usually, like I said, I would have a guest, but I'm the guest. So I have to come up with something that I think that can help you guys get through these holidays. All right. Don't that sound awful? Yes, it does. All right. So these are some things that I have to work on as well. Practice relaxation, exercise daily. I ain't even do that, but I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. Eat well and get enough sleep. So, practicing relaxation, deep breaths, meditation, and progressive muscle relaxation are good ways to calm yourself. Take a break and refocus can have benefits beyond the immediate moment. No, I'm sorry. Is this how they do it? They hold their hands like that. Got to woosah with that thing. Woosah with that thing. So you got to learn how to woosah with that thing. You know what I'm saying? Practice how to relax. Meditation is really hard for me because my mind goes a mile a minute. But it is something I want to learn how to do. So my last guest, Erica Young, I'm gonna get her to show me how to woosah that thing. Or was it like that? Woosah that thing. I'm gonna learn how to woosah that thing. Okay. Exercise daily. Exercise. mm, I say this every year that I'm gonna exercise more. I ain't did it. These chitlins on my stomach been sitting up here like for real, and I really do need to exercise because I've gained some weight. I just got to get motivated to do it. Maybe we should be accountability buddies. Maybe I need one of those. An account. I don't know. I'll be the cussed out my accountability buddy. I don't know. We're gonna work this thing out though. But exercise daily. This is what it says about exercising. Schedule time to walk outside. It's cold, so schedule time to walk inside. I don't know. uh, Ride a bike, join a dance class, get your Peloton. I be seeing folks they friends on the Peloton. Um, do whatever you do, but make sure it's fun. See, that's some of my problems. See, exercise don't be fun for me, so that's why I be giving up. So I gotta find something. I like Zumba, but I gotta find, and I got two left and two right feet, and got nerve like Zumba. Daily exercise naturally produces stress relieving hormones in your body and improves your overall physical health. You know, exercise will make you fine. Let's just call a spade, right? Exercise will make you fine. Look at this thing here. She talking about she gonna be my accountability buddy. She probably gonna be just like me, talking about girl. Excuse me, girl. I couldn't make it today. Girl, I couldn't make it today. Let's see. We back on here still. Eat well. Y'all know I'm sitting up here with some guac right next to me right now, some guac and chips, because y'all know how I feel about my tacos and Mexican food. Yep, y'all know how I feel about my Mexican food. I gotta do better with diet. At some point, I'm gonna have to. What I really need to do, y'all, is I really need to do better with diet before a doctor tells me that I got to do something about my diet. Because see, when you tell me I got to do it, then we probably gonna struggle. So eating well. Let's see, with dinners, parties, and cookie trays at every turn, our eating habits are challenged during the holiday season. Try to maintain a healthy diet through it all. Eating unprocessed foods like whole grains, vegetables, fresh fruits is the foundation for a healthy body and mind. Eating well can help stabilize your mood. I don't know, because every time I eat well, I get mad. When I eat junk, I feel good. Now, is that good for my body? No, it is not. Do I need to follow the what Nami is saying? Probably, because they probably know what they're talking about. I don't know. I'm still, like I told y'all from the beginning, I'm still a work in progress, and our goal here is to get us mentally through the holidays, right? Get us through the holidays. Have our mental in check through the holidays. So if this is what the people are saying, then okay, this is some things that we need to do, and I guess I'll do it with you guys. So we be eating a little more whole grains. I like vegetables though. I like fresh fruit as long as I shake some tahini on it. I told y'all. I told y'all I'm a work in progress. I know I shouldn't be shaking no tahini. I shouldn't be shaking no tahini on my food, right? I know. It's so good though. It's still fruit. All right. Okay. And then sleep. Child, 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 child. Get enough sleep. That's hard to do, right? Let me give y'all a little stat about sleep. It said adults generally need between 7 to 9 hours of sleep. I wish I can get 7 to 9 hours of sleep. About 1 in 3 people in the US report difficulty sleeping at least one night per week. Sleep deprivation is known to adversely affect mental health. Now, we do know that this fact is true. We do know that when we are sleep deprived, we start cutting up and acting a fool. We acts a monkey. We shakes our monkey. Y'all like how I threw that in there? We acts a fool when we're sleep deprived. So yes, that is a fact that we do need to get enough sleep. Symptoms of some mental health conditions like mania and bipolar disorder can be triggered by getting too little sleep. I do remember with my daughter, you all know that she has bipolar disorder. And so she is more on the mania side. And let me tell you, that girl never, ever, ever slept. When I tell you that mania kicked in like it was nothing, when it kicked in, it was off the chain, like uncontrollable, off the chain. So I do know that is for a fact. When I did notice when she would slow down, um, the mania calmed down. It didn't go away. Didn't go away. But it calmed down when she finally was in a hospital and she would sleep because they would make her sleep. She calmed down a whole lot. So I do know that to be true. 7 to 9 hours of sleep. That is asking a lot of a busy person to sleep 9 hours out of the day. But geez, just imagine how much clarity and stuff you would have, how rested you would feel if you can get how, whew, oh, I need me 9 hours. Maybe I need to go to bed earlier. I don't know. But I would love to get that much sleep. And I can see how that can affect your mental health. Definitely. So it's best to take the effort to improve and maintain a good sleep. Definitely. All right. So another way that we can try to keep our mental health in check during the holidays is spend time in nature or volunteer. So let's talk about this nature thing. Um, huh. Erica Young, who was a guest on the show a couple weeks ago, and I reran her episode. She was my licensed clinical um, mental health counselor that was on the show, and she does holistic healing. And we were talking one day, and she was talking about going to, I want to say it was Blue Mountain or one of those areas up where the cabins are, Blue Ridge Mountains. And she said she was going to a glass cabin in the mountains. So these cabins are like full of windows. And so it's nature all around you, even though you're enclosed on the inside or whatever, but it's nature all around you. And having this retreat by herself in the mountains, just her nature. And when she first said it, I was like, girl, because all I could think of was like Smokey the Bear coming up to when y'all going to the mountains, they got all these signs about don't feed the bears, don't leave this out for the bears and the bears. So I'm thinking I could just see Smokey knocking on my glass, and that's just going to be a problem for me. But then I started thinking about it like, gosh, how relaxing it has to be out in the wilderness, be out in nature, how refreshing that has to feel. Now it's cold right now. I don't know about being outside, but being in the cabins or something like that, I think I can do that. So what it says about being in nature is studies show that time in nature reduces stress. Need to break away from family during a holiday gathering, take a walk in a local park. And I see people walking, and I got several park and nature trails and all this stuff all around me. I just have never done it. Um, and I think I should. I kind of agree with that one. That gives you a lot of clarity, just the fresh air, just the different smells that you're gonna get out. And when people are like, I don't like wood burning in the fireplace in my house, but I don't mind smelling it in the neighborhood when people have their fireplace going and things like that. So yes, nature, spending some time in nature, I think is great for your mental health. And volunteering, The act of volunteering can provide a great source of comfort. By helping people who are not as fortunate, you can also feel less lonely or isolated and more connected to your community. There are so, so many volunteering um, activities. There are so many volunteer activities in our area. Um, Gosh, you could feed the homeless. You can go. It's oh my god, it's so many things. I can't even. You can go to food pantries. You can create your own. Y'all know that I did my coat drive, and so I still have the coats. And the reason why I still have the coats is because I collected a whole lot of women's coats. I did not collect a lot of men's coats. And I thought for some reason I was going to get more men's coats and I wanted to hand them out in the South DeKalb area. That did not work. However, I am waiting for a response, and I plan on taking these coats that I do have to our warming stations this weekend. So we have warming stations set up all throughout DeKalb County this weekend, and so I'm waiting for the approval. I don't really see why they're going to tell me no, so I was just going to do it anyway. Um, Ain't nobody gonna tell me I can't give out no coat. Who would do that? Like, and it's at a fire station too. So my goal is to give out the coats that I did collect this week. So I have some sweaters, some stuff for kids, and women's coats, and I will be giving those out this weekend. So volunteering, that actually it made me feel so good. I've never really been one to do community service or anything like that. So I am starting to get really involved with it, and I love it. I just I just like giving back. So I can see how an act of volunteering can give you a source of comfort. So that is definitely one way that you can. That's something that you can do during the holidays that can help your your mental health stay in check by helping other people, right? So yeah, I so agree with that. Now, this next one, y'all. I don't do drugs, but I needs my wine. But Nami says avoid alcohol and drugs. Okay, so I don't do drugs, of course. I'm hoping that you don't either. And what I would say is alcohol in moderation, unless you have an addiction. Of course, you can. There is no moderation for you. But um, sometimes a glass of wine does help me. Does it just helps me just unwind and relax. Um, and it's just a glass or two, or as big as my glasses are, it'd be the whole bottle. But I'm just saying, for me, I enjoy my wine. I enjoy nice tequila, like a good, I enjoy a nice drink, right? So I do mine in moderation. I am a social drinker. I'm not a daily drinker or anything like that. I'm a social drinker. But I will say that if you do have an addiction, do not partake in the alcohol. If you have an addiction to drugs, we have to get you some support, okay? It says they don't actually reduce stress. And I'm not saying I'll drink the with the it does. This is what Nami says now. They don't actually reduce stress. In fact, they often worsen it. If you're struggling with substance abuse, educate yourself and get some help. So, like I said, the wine kind of eases the little whatever for the moment. It doesn't take all your problems away or anything like that. But shoot, it does help me go to bed. And you want me to get them 7 to 9 hours? Let me go and get a glass of that wine, baby, because I'm in love with that Cali Red, baby. Y'all had that Snoop Dogg, the 19 Crime Snoop Dogg Cali Red. Did I just give him a plug? I did just give Snoop Dogg a plug. That Cali Red. Yeah. That 14 hands menage a trois. That's the truth too. And I also like a good rosé. And I can drink rosé year round. I really like it in the summertime, but I can drink it. Okay, I'm gonna get off of that. They say it don't help with stress. I'm just saying. All right. All right. So Find some support and seek therapy if you need it. Whether it's with friends, family, a counselor, or a support group, airing out and talking can help. Um, you know my motto. Do I have it in here? I thought I had it in here somewhere. Yeah, I do. Here you go. Whether it's with friends, family, a counselor, a support group, airing out and talking about what's going on with you can help. You know, my motto, healing is in the conversations. So, and I strongly agree that you can find healing in conversation and talking about things that are going on with you. Hey, I'm always here, y'all. I'm just, if you want to text with me, you can always text me. You want to call me, you can always call me. If you have, you and your good girlfriends get together, then you and your good girlfriends get together. Y'all talk about whatever, you know what I'm saying? You dude friends, y'all smoke over your cigars or whatever dudes talk about, do your dude thing. You know what I'm saying? But find somebody to talk to if you need it, because it does help. I find that the more I have shared my story, um, that the healing with that conversation has helped me get through, like maintain. Like I'm not through it, but it has allowed me to maintain. Like I can get up in the mornings now. I can function throughout the day because I do share my story. I do talk about things going on in my life. So find you that good somebody, that good somebody that you can confide in. One thing about me, I love to talk shit and gossip and all that good stuff too. But one thing about me, when someone comes to me in confidence about something that's going on with them, it never gets shared, because I feel privileged and blessed that someone trusts me with their whatever they got going on. You feel what I'm saying? So I know I can't be everybody's good girlfriend. I could try to be, but I'm here. If anybody ever, if you need me, I'm here. Hell, I mean, it is what it is. If we got the text, I ain't figured out that WhatsApp thing, so don't be trying to do that. And don't call me on that Facebook thing. I'm still trying to figure that out too. But I'm here if you want to just call, text, whatever the case may be. I'm here. And I'm sure there's other people in your circle that you can do that with. So find you a good somebody, a therapist, a good therapist. So some people say, therapy is expensive. Yes, therapy can be expensive, but there is affordable therapy out there. Um, the telehelp, I have found that to be the best thing. Andre Williams is the one who gave me Open Path. That was probably the best. That's probably the best thing he's ever given me, next to that beautiful Sigma Gamma Rho scarf he gave me today. Um, and my pen and my bag. But um, telehelp has helped a lot, because I feel like at this point, if I had to actually go drive in and speak to somebody, I'd probably cancel my appointment every week. So the telehelp, I love it. I love it. And Open Path, anybody needs any information from me about Open Path, call me. I got you. Um, some of y'all jobs in school have counselors. Utilize those people. That's what they're there for. I mean, some people don't like to use their job, and I understand, because of the type of job that you have on whatever it is that you want to share. But you're talking about, you're looking for any affordable services. Schools and work, they got them. They're free, right? Uh, Therapists in training. Um, don't knock the therapists in training, because you don't knock the doctors in training at Grady, right? Everyone has to learn. And those therapists they've gotten all their education, but they still are training and building up their practice. So don't knock the therapists in training. A lot of them are affordable as well, right? So if you need the help, just get it. Just, it's here. Take advantage of it, right? We're talking about this thing more. We're knocking the stigma down about mental health and mental illness, right? That's why I'm here. That's why God put me here. That's why God got me on here talking to y'all, coming home, slicking down my hair, putting on some makeup, and coming on here at 8 o'clock at night when I can be getting my 7 to 9 hours of sleep. See what I'm saying? So yes, look, use those resources. And most important, if someone that you know is experiencing a crisis, the National Suicide Prevention Line. You can use the crisis text line and speak to somebody. There's help out here. Um, Suicide is hard. It's hard when people commit suicide, and people that you know commit suicide because you think or you feel like maybe it's something I could have done, and I don't know. I don't know that answer, especially when people are presenting themselves as if they have it all together. But if you are a person that is experiencing um, thoughts of suicide, and you feel like there is no tomorrow, call call the hotline, call for some help, because we want you here. You know, problems don't last always, right? But as long as we live, we're gonna come across obstacles because God created it that way. The good part about that is when it passes, when you get over the hump, you have something that's called a testimony that you can share with people like me, like I can share with y'all. You feel what I'm saying? So trouble don't last always. It's it's always a new day. You always get the opportunity to start over. So, ooh, y'all, that's been a heavy little almost hour. Next week, I don't have my topic just yet, but I'm open to some. I'm actually looking for kids on college campuses. I wanted to talk about gun violence and how that's affecting them and their mental health. So if you ever want to be on the show, or if you know someone who would want to be on my show, um, hit me up at missionformentalhealth@gmail.com. You can email me, you can call me, you can reach me on all my social media platforms. You can follow me on Instagram at Mission for Mental Health. You can also follow me at on Instagram, JR Mission for Mental Health. Um, but yeah, if you know anybody who would like to be a guest on the show, or if you want to be a guest on the show, hey, hit your girl up. Also, please follow the housekeeping rules. Subscribe, like, and share. And don't forget to sign India's Law petition. We still have that going, y'all. So pray that the girl gives me a call because I ain't heard from her and I really would like to hear her voice. I hope that you all enjoyed the show. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I will see you guys next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I'm back, y'all. She's back. She's back. She's back. I will see you guys next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. And yeah, I'm going to end the broadcast with Bentley's pictures. I ask that you guys pray for his family as they're grieving at this time, and give them strength and healing as they go through this process, because I know it has to be really difficult. Pray for our police family. And yeah, he was a great guy, man. You talking about an awesome, awesome, awesome leader, an awesome man. And yeah, just gone too soon. Just gone too soon. So yeah, I'm going to end with this, and I will see you guys next week.